My name is Meredith Higgins, and I'm the owner and principal designer of Garner Interiors. So I started Garner fresh out of college, so I was a student. I finished my last semester and almost immediately got married, so I had a ton of changes happen right at once, which was wonderful. I really love that I have flexibility with my job. Some days I can sit in front of a computer and work on a CAD program and really crank out some work, and other days I get to meet with clients and be in the field. So the flexibility to kind of make it what I want it to be has been my favorite. If I could destroy a myth about interior design, it's that you can't just knock down a wall. Fixer Upper has lied to you. There are a lot of times where I'm hired for my personal aesthetic, which is wonderful, and those are the most fun jobs. And sometimes you're hired and someone wants you to recreate their taste, but in a way that will transfer to most people, and those are the most challenging jobs, but they also can be really fun too. What influences my decisions the most is the client. So you really have to be in tune with what your client wants, and they might not be describing it well, but you kind of have to be a detective and figure out exactly what they want, and then have your creativity flow into that. I have very strong European influences into my interior design style, with a little bit of masculinity tied in there somewhere. I really love some of the craftsman era of architecture, like Frank Lloyd Wright-esque mid-century pieces, but more specifically than an era, I think is a region, so I'm very influenced by French culture and French design. It's not necessarily residential or commercial that makes it the easier jobs for me. I've found that my strength is less in the decoration and more in the interior design process, so working with an architect and doing new constructions and full renovations I think are my strong suit. I really cherish my first clients because they were crazy enough to believe in me when I didn't know quite as much, so I really appreciate them. But I think you're growing stagnant as a creative if there's not one thing you would change from project to project.